Welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive. This time, we're going to be tackling the 2012 Ryder Cup.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty legendary golf tournament. You've probably heard of it.
For sure.
But I think even if you think you know the story, we're going to go way beyond the headlines here.
Absolutely.
You guys sent us a ton of amazing stuff.
Oh, yeah.
First-hand accounts, in-depth analyses.
Lots of good stuff.
Even some personal stories. So this is going to be
really exciting.
This is going to be a fun one.
Yeah, the Ryder Cup is fascinating, right? Because it's not just about individual skill. It's about team dynamics, strategy, and just a whole lot of mental fortitude.
Oh, yeah.
In 2012, we saw all of that come together in just a spectacular way.
So for anyone who needs a quick refresher, the Ryder Cup is this epic battle between Team Europe and Team USA.
Right.
Happens every 2 years.
Yep.
And in 2012, the stage was set at the Medinah Country Club in Illinois.
Beautiful course.
Oh, yeah. So
great track.
Imagine it, like pristine greens, you got that crisp autumn breeze, and a crowd that's absolutely buzzing with anticipation.
Yeah, they were ready. Oh, yeah. Leading Team Europe, we had José María Olazábal.
Okay.
A Ryder Cup veteran with just steely determination.
Yeah.
On the American side, we had Davis Love III.
Okay.
Another seasoned Cahadan.
Yeah.
Looking to lead his team to victory.
And what about the format? Remind us how this thing goes down.
3 days of intense match play. Really pushing these guys to the limit.
Okay.
We're talking foursomes.
Okay.
Where 2 players from each team alternate shots with the same ball.
Okay, got it.
4 balls.
Yep.
Each player on a 2-man team plays their own ball, and the best score wins the hole.
Got it.
And then finally singles matches on the final day.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's head-to-head.
Mano a mano.
Mano a mano.
Yeah.
The format really amplifies the pressure, too, because, you're not just playing for yourself. You're carrying the weight of the entire team.
Yeah.
And in match play, every single hole can swing the momentum.
Right, and speaking of momentum, the first 2 days of the tournament were total American domination.
Yeah, they were on fire.
I mean, they were just sinking putts left and right, driving with incredible accuracy. I mean, just racking up points.
Yeah, it was a clinic, really. They were in sync, they were playing with confidence and aggression.
Yeah.
And by the end of Saturday, they held a commanding lead, 10-4.
10-4.
A lead that historically is incredibly difficult to overcome in the Ryder Cup.
Yeah, that's a tough one to come back from.
It is.
So you're probably thinking, all right, Team USA cruise to victory, end of story.
Not so fast.
Hold on.
This is where the 2012 Ryder Cup gets really fascinating.
Okay.
This is where we go beyond the surface level, and we start to delve into the underlying factors that turned this tournament into a legend.
Okay, I'm ready.
Because despite the odds, Team Europe was not ready to throw in the towel.
Really?
And there was one player in particular, Ian Poulter, whose performance on Saturday evening completely shifted the energy.
Poulter, huh? All right, tell me more.
Oh, he was electrifying. He and his partner, Rory McIlroy, were down early in their 4-ball match, but they clawed their way back.
Wow.
Hole after hole sinking, clutch putt after clutch putt.
So the crowd's going wild at this point.
The crowd was going bonkers.
Okay.
That Poulter-McIlroy victory wasn't just about 2 points on the scoreboard.
Right.
It was a psychological turning point.
Okay.
You could see the belief surging through the European team, while a sliver of doubt started creeping into the American side.
Okay, so now we're heading into Sunday, the final day of the Ryder Cup.
Yeah.
The atmosphere, I mean, you can just feel it. It's electric, almost tangible.
Oh, yeah.
Europe needs a miracle.
They do.
8 out of 12 points to retain the cup.
Huge ask.
So what happened next? Was that spark of Poulter ignited enough to turn the tide?
Sunday at Medinah was, just pure drama.
Yeah.
Every match, felt like this microcosm of the whole battle, just swinging back and forth.
So was the tension, thick enough to cut with a knife? I mean, did Team Europe ride that Poulter wave, or did the U.S. just, slam the door shut?
The first few matches were really tight.
Okay.
Justin Rose for Europe, he drains this long putt on the 17th hole to secure a crucial point. Then, in a stunning upset, Sergio Garcia comes back from 2 holes down to beat Jim Furyk.
So Europe is chipping away, but they still got a mountain to climb, right?
Oh, yeah.
Did the U.S. team start to, crack under pressure?
You know what's interesting? The sources we have actually suggest that the U.S. team started the day a bit flat.
Really?
Some analysts even point to potential overconfidence given their lead.
Interesting.
But it was more than that. I mean, the Europeans, just player after player, they just seemed to find another gear.
So the impossible was starting to feel possible.
Right.
Were there any moments that really stand out from that final day?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Luke Donald, another European stalwart, won a crucial match against Bubba Watson. But maybe the most iconic moment came from Martin Kaymer.
Kaymer, okay.
He needed to win his singles match against Steve Stricker for Europe to have a chance. pressure was immense.
Okay, so we're talking down to the wire. Everything's on the line.
Yeah.
What happened?
Kaymer standing over a 6-foot putt on the 18th hole.
Okay.
If he makes it, Europe reaches that magical 14 points needed to tie and retain the cup.
Oh my gosh.
The entire course, the whole world of golf is holding its breath.
Don't leave me hanging. Did he sink it?
He did.
Oh,
The
wow.
putt drops, and the European team erupts. I mean, it was pandemonium.
That's amazing.
But even with a tie, the Ryder Cup remained in European hands, a testament to their resilience and just unwavering belief.
That's incredible. A comeback for the ages.
Yeah.
Fueled by passion, maybe a little bit of magic.
For sure.
But there's another layer to this story, right? The presence of St. Westeros.
Right.
Even though he wasn't physically there.
Save a true legend of golf and a Ryder Cup icon, he had passed away the year before.
Right.
His spirit, though, was just palpable throughout the entire tournament.
Really?
The crowds were chanting his name. The European players wore his logo on their uniforms. Skywriting messages filled the air above Medinah,
Wow.
all paying tribute to the man who helped, transform the Ryder Cup into what it is today.
It must have been emotional, especially for Captain Olazábal. I mean, he was a close friend of Seville.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
In Olazábal's post-victory speech, he dedicated the win to Seville, his voice choked with emotion.
Yeah.
It's hard to overstate Seville's impact on the Ryder Cup.
So let's talk about Seville. Why was he such a pivotal figure, not just in the Ryder Cup, but in the world of golf?
Seville Ballesteros wasn't just a golfer, he was a showman.
Okay.
An artist, a magician with a club in his hand.
Wow.
He had this incredible ability to hit seemingly impossible shots,
Yeah.
to escape from trouble with this mix of flair and audacity.
Okay.
He was a master of course management, thinking several shots ahead, visualizing plays that others wouldn't even consider.
So like a legend straight out of a movie.
Pretty much.
Are there any specific stories that capture that, like sea of magic?
One that immediately comes to mind is from the 1983 Ryder Cup.
Okay.
Seaves' ball had landed behind a tree on the 18th hole,
Okay.
seemingly trapped.
Yeah.
Most players would have just played it safe, chipped out, and hoped for the best.
Right.
Not Seave.
Oh no.
He looks at the shot, he sizes up the situation, and then with his unbelievable combination of skill and confidence, he curves the ball around the tree,
Wow.
landing it mere inches from the hole.
Get out of here.
The crowd erupted. It was a shot that only Seaves could pull off.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So how does that relate back to the 2012 Ryder Cup? Was it just like a symbolic tribute, or was there something more tangible about Seave's influence on the European team's performance?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say that Seaves' legacy transcended just symbolism.
Okay.
The players were constantly invoking his name, his fighting spirit, his never give up attitude.
Right.
It was almost as if they were channeling his energy, using it as fuel for their own improbable comebacks.
So Seave's legacy wasn't just about like incredible shots and tournament victories. It was about this intangible spirit,
Yeah.
this belief that anything is possible if you dare to dream and fight for it.
Exactly.
And that spirit was alive and well on the course at Medinah in 2012.
It was.
But this raises an interesting question. Can we quantify the impact of something like inspirational legacy? Can we truly say that Seave's spirit, his memory, actually contributed to the European victory?
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Sports, especially something as complex as golf, are filled with variables. Luck, individual skill, strategic decisions, they all play a role.
Okay, but even if we can't pinpoint the exact impact, can we at least acknowledge the power of belief? The idea that drawing inspiration from someone like Seave, channeling his energy, can help athletes push beyond their perceived limits.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The power of belief of a shared purpose, it's undeniable.
Right.
And in 2012, the European team had both in spades. They were playing not just for themselves, but for their fallen hero, for their captain,
Perceived.
for the legacy of Seaves Ballesteros.
It's a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit, the way that even in the face of loss, hope and inspiration can prevail.
Right.
But this story, this incredible comeback, it transcends the world of golf, doesn't it? It
Yeah.
speaks to something universal within us all.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
The 2012 Ryder Cup, the Miracle of Medinah, it's a story about the power of belief, of resilience, of chasing the impossible dream, even when the odds are stacked against you.
Absolutely.
And those are qualities that can inspire anyone, regardless of
legacy of Sevi, the spirit of resilience and daring, how does that continue to inspire athletes today, even beyond the world of golf?
It's pretty amazing, right, to think that Save's influence goes so far beyond the golf course.
Yeah, for sure. So how does his legacy, resonate with athletes in other sports, or even, people pursuing goals outside of athletics?
I mean, think about what Save represented: passion, creativity, that relentless drive to defy expectations.
Yeah.
These qualities are universal.
Yeah.
Look at athletes like Simone Biles in gymnastics or Stephen Curry in basketball.
Yeah.
They bring a similar level of artistry and innovation to their sports.
That's a good point. I mean, their dedication to pushing those boundaries and exceeding limits, it definitely echoes, Save's approach to golf.
Right.
But what about outside the sports world? Can we see Save's influence in other fields? Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, think of entrepreneurs, who challenge the status quo, artists who break the mold.
Yeah.
Or anyone who faces adversity with unwavering determination and a touch of flair.
Right.
They embody that same Steve spirit, that refusal to be confined by convention.
So it's about embracing those core values no matter what you're pursuing.
Yeah.
That unwavering belief in yourself, the courage to take risks, and just that relentless pursuit of excellence.
Exactly. Steve's story reminds us that true greatness lies not just in achieving victory, but in the way we approach the journey.
Yeah.
It's about pushing boundaries, innovating, and inspiring others along the way.
So it seems like Steve's legacy is less about specific techniques or strategies and more about a mindset,
Yeah.
a way of approaching challenges.
I couldn't agree more. It's about tapping into that inner drive, that fire that fuels us to reach our full potential,
Right.
whatever that potential might be.
Steve's influence really has transcended the world of golf.
Yeah.
I mean, it's woven into the fabric of human endeavor, inspiring us to strive for greatness in all its forms.
His story serves as a potent reminder that even in the face of setbacks and obstacles, the human spirit is capable of extraordinary things.
Well, this has been a really insightful deep dive.
It has.
I mean, we went from a thrilling golf tournament to a deep exploration of legacy inspiration and the enduring power of the human spirit.
Absolutely.
What's your final takeaway for our listener?
Embrace that Steve spirit.
Okay.
Cultivate passion, creativity, and resilience in everything you